Interior designers get to create fun, exciting spaces for all kinds of clients, and they get to build and design better space solutions for a better way to do just about anything you can imagine inside an interior space. So step 3 would be the final design process, the final documentation. That would be producing the final drawings. So you would need to have client approval on all of the final elements, how the space is laid out, what finishes are going to be in the space, what are things going to be built out of, what furniture is going in there. And then you need to create a set of documents or drawings that show all of these things. You need to also make sure that you have a final budget that's approved. You need to make sure that you have a schedule as well. So you need to plan a construction schedule. You need to start meeting with people who can give you bids on building it, and also give you a time frame as to how much time it's going to take to build something out. And then you have to go back to your client and communicate these things and make sure that that's all okay with them. So in the process of developing the final plans, that's when you typically go into drawing production on the computer. Designers use various different programs on the computer to produce drawings. A lot of times we use a product called AutoCAD, and we do all of the floor plans and printing from that program. It enables you to integrate lighting, electrical, pull in all the different facets of what's happening in the space in a series of documents. And those are called construction documents. And you would then give those documents to your contractor, and that's what they build the space out of. So when you're doing the final plans, there are a couple of other considerations that you have to take in. For example, you have to make sure that you understand building code. You have to make sure that you are accommodating for people with disabilities. That's actually in public spaces, that's required. And so these final drawings are going to go through a process called approval. You have to submit them to the city for approval for building. And the city has a series of codes that they need to make sure are being enforced. And as a designer, you need to know those codes. So you need to do the research on fire prevention. You need to do research on exiting requirements for any type of an emergency situation, and make sure that those accommodations are made spatially in your drawings. So there are two types of spaces generally an interior designer would work with. One would be a wide open space, maybe something that is currently being built that hasn't even really been finished yet. We call that raw space. And for those types of spaces, you create everything. You create walls, you create doors, lighting, flooring, millwork. So you build everything except for the exterior shell. The other spaces that we would work in are already built, and you may just be making modifications to existing space. So maybe the space isn't working, or it's not functioning like your client wants it to function, but they don't have the money to completely blow everything out. So you have to work with some existing things, and you have to bring in some new elements and improve the way that the space is working, and kind of give it a facelift, so to speak. So in the construction process, you have to start working with other people who are actually building out the space. You have contractors, you have subcontractors, plumbers, electricians, people who are putting the walls up, who are working with, lumber and all kinds of materials. All these things have codes they have to be built to. They all have to work and also look nice. So you want to make sure that they're doing a good job. So you want to make sure that they're following your drawings. You need to make sure that they're cleaning up their space when they're done. You need to make sure that they're on time with your schedule and that they're doing it at the price that they agreed on. So if I were to advise someone looking to decide if that's what they want to do for a living, to be a designer, I would say, are you interested in creating space? Are you interested in how people use everything around them? Do you like art? Do you like to meet people? Do you like to learn about all kinds of different jobs and users? And do you see things? Do you see something, you go out into a space and you think, I could do better. I could make that a better solution. I think one of the things that I see as a designer that is a quality of a lot of designers is they see something that could be done better, or they see something that could work better, or they have these creative ideas as to how to make a better mousetrap, how to build a better workstation, how to build a better chair, how to light a space better, how to make you feel better in the space that you're in. If you have a passion for space, for architecture, for art, then this is a great field for you.